It is currently 5:18 a.m. on Thursday, March 28, 2024. That is ongoing evidence against the state. The entity is acting directly, engaging in what is criminal monitoring. That is the law enforcement agency. The LAPD is stalking and monitoring in helicopter at this hour. All elements of monitoring remain underway. And while you're listening to that helicopter activity, what the entity is doing before physically flying over, it is the amplification of the sound of helicopter. Remember, amplification is demonic, meaning even at a great distance, where it is, in other words, impossible to hear. You would not hear it. Ordinarily, when helicopters are used outside of a criminal pattern of conduct by a government, flying a helicopter is not, especially at this hour, it's an unreasonable nuisance. And flying in a helicopter at a distance, it's not going to be perceived inside of your home. All right, where people are flying planes or helicopters, and we're not hearing it. We being normal people. I'm surrounded by third-party group stalkers, and these are demons also. But the entity is, before physically flying over, the sound is amplified in my apartment. So this is demonic, and this is why I start recording after. Excuse me, I start recording. I'm inside of my apartment. I'm laying in the window is closed, and I'm in my bedroom. And the entity is amplifying the sound of helicopter activity. This is terrorism while the entity is engaged in demonic conduct. And remember, engineered light, which is impossible light activity. This is demonic conduct. This is documentation of ongoing terrorism and the sex offense while they're monitoring me inside of the private space. So be mindful of all of that while you're listening to the amplified audible activity of helicopter activity at 5 in the morning. And under all circumstances, continues to be an unreasonable nuisance, which the Los Angeles County is also going to be held liable for. But I'm going to sue the state of California for the criminal activity that the state, acting via the LAPD, is engaging in, and it's a pattern of conduct. But part of this is holding the Los Angeles Police Department liable, which I'm going to do, which is the nuisance while they were engaging in criminal monitoring and group stalking. And this is just plain on its face while I'm at work and while I am in my home, where they're monitoring me. And so this is also going to be useful for that prosecution as well. But I want to be clear, the amplification is the sound that you're hearing. And even before they fly over, it's a loud, like humming, buzzing, or like a hum or a buzz. That's the only thing that I can describe it as, but it's amplification nonetheless. So, and the entity is doing that. This is targeting with amplified. It is under all circumstances completely unreasonable with regard to the noise level that these demons are creating. So this is what I'm saying. First of all, it's a criminal pattern of conduct. They're engaged in group stalking. But second of all, on its face, there is no explanation for what this Los Angeles Police Department is daily doing, and not just targeting me in the home, but at work. They're on video multiple times all day long in the office, and while I am walking around the property, this is stalking by definition, on its face. But they're going to be sued beyond that, because this is not a coincidence that the Ontario Police Department, the Montclair Police Department, the Fontana Police Department, the San Bernardino Police Department also, by the way, my documentation shows the San Bernardino Police Department engaging in terrorism. I have yet to produce that, but I have, not produce it, but use them as an example to juxtapose them with the demons that are LAPD engaged in the pattern of conduct in the specific environment. But the San Bernardino Police Department is monitoring, and the entity was engaging in terrorism and stalking in the path with demon-possessed law enforcement law enforcement officers, stalking in the path with light on their vehicle and using a black helicopter. It was, I'm remembering it, and the entity was stalking in a helicopter when I was in San Bernardino. San Bernardino Police Department is monitoring, just FYI, but multiple police departments engaging in what is identical, and it is all tied to what is a specific environment. It's in a natural environment. The sun is not remaining at the property where LAPD is flying over that sun, and that sun's not over, for example, the Ontario Town Square, where the Ontario Police Department are flying over the same sun. They're not flying over the same sun. That's a light source, and they're engaging in demonic targeting All right. These are demon possessed law enforcement agencies who are group stalking, and they're doing it with the people of the state. That's why that specific environment, which is entirely a supernatural occurrence, and that's why I documented it. And I just want to make sure I document this. So this is 5 something in the morning. LAPD is group stalking in helicopter and creating an unreasonable nuisance also. I will prosecute not only based on the creation of federal law that I advocate, existing federal law, because this is Title 18 material, they're monitoring with communication devices and comes with the people. And there are also existing laws that LAPD is in direct contravention of while they are engaging in the violation of federal law to monitor me. It is, again, 5:23 a.m. P.O.C.